You are listening to Interregnum, Episode 1, Part 2, a weekly audio drama based in the realm of the Elder Scrolls Online, written by the Human Floyd, edited and produced by Night's Night. Headphones are recommended for the full experience. Last time on Interregnum, Episode 1, Part 1.
Foreign invaders from every country on Tamriel close in on us. I saw their red banner, a black skull with two skeletal hands.
Zenok is my apprentice's name, Commander Pedius.
The cult of the worm are dreaded allies. Fifteenth of Frostfall, Second Era, 582. My fingers are nearly frozen. Writing this seems pointless if I am to die, but at least some adventurer who finds it will know my story. Perhaps by the love of Dibella, you will even find it in your heart to bring it to my parents. They live in Cheydinhall now, having fled the Imperial City when the three alliances invaded. My father's name is Flonius Oaken-Hull, although some call him Lodvar, a Nord name given to him as a young man, since he looks so much like our ancestors from Skyrim. He often jokes that Nord blood is too strong to be diluted. Funny then that I should freeze to death if Nords are said to be more tolerant of the cold. Zenok had led us on a relentless march for 3 days straight. I'd become more certain than ever that he was some kind of unnatural horror. He never slept, never stopped to rest, and expected the same of us. If not for the insistence of Commander Pedius, I think he would have marched us until we died. Accursed Reachman. During one of the few times we stopped to rest, I watched him as he efficiently stripped the bark off a frozen stick, fashioning it into a crude spear with nothing but his fingernail. A shudder ran down my spine.
Flonius, don't stare, you'll provoke him!
It was my friend, Atzan. I looked away from our disturbing guide, trying to warm my hands over the fire. I considered taking my journal out from its spot beneath my breastplate to do some writing, but I didn't have the energy. We were all exhausted. How we would fight a battle to take a keep after this march was beyond me. I hoped Legionnaire Bellamont wasn't planning on attacking soon. If I wasn't mistaken, Bruma was just a day away. From there, Fort Dragonclaw wasn't far. But I would never make it to Fort Dragonclaw. An arrow suddenly zipped through the air, piercing Atzan in the back of the neck. His body fell forward into the fire.
We're under attack!
I grabbed my sword and stood, searching the woods for any sign of our attackers. A spike of ice flew through the air right by me, embedding in the tree. I picked up my shield, not bothering to find my helmet as I charged in the direction of the magical projectile. There, between the trees, I saw an enemy. A mage, obviously, wearing long red robes and heavy steel gauntlets. Her hood was up, but I could see her red eyes gleaming upon dark skin. Dunmer. We were under attack by the Ebonheart Pact. I charged towards my enemy, holding my shield up and muttering the words I had been taught to bring up a second magical shield. My skin prickled all over as greenish magicka washed over my armor like a blanket of electricity. My ward would not hold long against this Dunmer mage, but it was better than relying purely on armor. An ice spike shattered upon my ward. She snarled and drew her sword, a fireball forming in her other hand. Her weapon was obviously enchanted, lightning running up and down its blade. Rather than risk electrocution, I bashed her with my shield, the fireball dispelling as her focus was broken. And want this. Her disorientation from the shield bash gave me the chance to run her through with my sword. But victory didn't last long.
Archers, open fire!
I dove for a tree but wasn't fast enough. An arrow pierced my shin armor, sinking a good inch into my leg. Oh, gods!
Push forward!
My ability to escape was severely limited. All around me, my brothers and sisters in arms fell to the Pact forces. The enemy was approaching the bush I had dove into, fighting off the 5 or 6 Legion soldiers who remained in the area. I had to help them. Near me, the body of the Dunmer mage lay. I reached for her enchanted sword, only to have my hand nearly sliced off by the Myrrh I thought to be dead.
Imperial Sweat. Your invisible gods won't help you now.
She was dying and weak. I struggled to my feet, leaning against the tree as my shin burned with pain. The Dunmer mage shot another fireball at me, this one small and weak. It hit my chest armor, singeing my beard. I threw my body down, diving my sword into her chest yet again as I landed on top of her. Her convulsing beneath me was of no comfort. Your gods don't seem very inclined to help you either.
There, he's in the bushes!
My comrades bled into the snow, their bodies all limp. The pain in my shin seemed to grow distant as I realized I needed to escape if I wanted to live. But then... Hearing the Pact soldiers' cries, I looked around the tree to see what was happening. Zenok, the Reachman, stood over one of their bodies. His shoulders were hunched, long dreadlocks hanging over his pale, tattooed frame. He was perfectly still, not even breathing heavily, though the blood of the Pact soldier covered his hands. Those still living hesitated, costing them their lives. It happened almost too quickly for me to see. Zenok leapt into the air, body like an animal's, as he knocked one of the Argonians to the ground and ripped out its throat with a slash of his fingernails. Not waiting to see what happened next, I took my chance and ran. There were more Pact out there, and my entire troop was dead. I wasn't thinking. I wasn't going anywhere. I just ran and kept running.